Hello ladies and gentlemen, it's Critical and welcome back to another episode of Noita. Goodbye tablet. Today we're over at the pyramid because we're going to be taking a look at something in the right side over here of the desert. We're going to be taking a look at the Kolmisilmän Silmä, which is the Three Eyes Eye. This is a newer boss to Noita. Not completely new. This isn't like a recent update or anything, but it is, as far as I know, one of the newest bosses that has been added into the game, and it spawns beneath the desert over here in the pyramid. Now, this is a very powerful boss. There's a lot of immunities. We'll go over those in a second. But I just want to disclaimer, I've given myself a ton of health and a ton of perks and some ridiculous wands here. So you're going to need a lot to take this guy on. So just be aware of that if you're coming over here. And we're going to pass over the scales and dig down just beneath it. But as we're doing that, I just want to let you guys know, this monster has immunities to projectile, explosive, melee, and fire damage. So none of those attacks are going to do anything against this guy. If you want to fight this guy, you're going to need slice damage, ice damage, curse, or electrical damage. Now, I have kind of a mix of ice and electrical right now. It seems to work pretty well. I've already killed him once just to test this out. But just beware of that going into this, that you're going to need some pretty decent stuff of those specific types in order to take this guy on. And just to show you what I'm running with, I have this wand, which is just a lightning bolt with like super fast cast on it. But down here I've got some spark bolts with trigger, all with explosive thunder attached to them, and both the wands have freezing cast on them. So just so you guys know kind of what I'm working with. But let's head down, because the first area we're going to have to go through over here beneath the desert is the big Fungal Caverns over here. So if you didn't know, there is a large Fungal Cavern area to the right of the pyramid over beneath the desert. And you're going to have to head all the way down through this if you want to get over there. There's a lot of polymorph. That's what I'm most worried about here. I don't think I'll die from anything else, really. But this is a great place to come just for something else, not for this video. But if you ever want to fungal shift anything, this is a great place to come, because there is a ridiculous amount of the consumable here that you can do that with. So just something to keep in mind. But let's continue down. We're going to keep going down until we hit the sand cave that spawns down beneath this. And we're going to have to head even beyond that, but I just want to get through this first while we're here. Lots of acid as well. Very, very dangerous area. Let's keep going this way here. Dig down through here. I recommend having a digging wand for this. None of the stuff we're running into is too dense. You can see with a little bit of explosions, I'm able to dig through most of this pretty easily, although I gotta let my wand recharge a little bit. But let's continue a little bit further. I love this wand that I'm using because it's blowing stuff up through walls, like stuff that I'm not even touching. Okay, so we've entered the sand cave, so we're down to the next level, and we have to, as I said before, head down even further because we're going to need to get into the power plant, which is one of the newer areas that spawns down beneath the desert over here. So let's keep going down. Keep traveling down beneath all of this. Not as many dangerous mobs in here. I mean, these are not great things to be running into. But it's mostly just HC people that are down over here. And I'm probably going to give myself a full heal once we get to the power plant, just to make sure we live through this, because I'm just trying to show you guys this boss. Okay, so this is the power plant here. We have reached the edge of the power plant, as I said. Oops, sorry about that. That's all the spells. As I said, full heal, just to get that done with. But as you can see here, there's lots of robotic creatures. Everything's made out of steel, and these areas are very powerful. And one thing you're going to want to watch out for is these little plasma beams. These hurt a lot. Even just walking through that can deal 20 to 40 damage, even if you're sprinting through it. So that's something to keep in mind as well. There are some pretty good Oops. There are some pretty good wands that spawn throughout here. We're not going to be taking a look at too many of those. I'm too worried about it right now. You can see there I just took 20 damage from that. What we're looking for is something that spawns in the very, very bottom of this area. And actually, that's probably a bad way to head. Let's head back this way and try to continue down. There's a large room toward the bottom of this area that this boss spawns in. Now, be warned, he can wander, and he will. And he can dig through walls and stuff. So if you're avoiding that specific room to avoid spawning him, that's not going to work out for you, because he can still make his way over to you despite that. But as I said, we're just going to keep going down until we can hopefully find this guy over here somewhere. Hey. Rude. And I don't think there's any way to destroy these little plasma things. I've hit them with a lot of stuff and they don't seem to do anything. This is something to note, that this is here. That's one of the other things in this area. And there is one other cool thing that spawns to the right of this area, and if this boss fight goes well enough, we'll take a look at that as well, because it's pretty cool. But right now I just want to get to the actual boss. The boss room is pretty much at the bottom of this area. It's like down all the way as far as you can go. So as I said, you've got a lot of traveling to do if you want to get down to this guy and give this a go. Ooh, I just took a lot of damage from something. Let's give myself another heal. I would be a lot more careful if I was doing this in like a legitimate run. And I would probably bring some shields and stuff, if I'm being honest. Because there's a lot of projectile damage happening here. Alright, we should be getting relatively close to where we need to be. Let's keep going. Lots of chests and stuff here as well. And we've entered now another area, so hopefully we should find... Yes, this guy. Okay, so you can see here he's throwing a little bit of one more heal before we actually fight this guy. He's throwing out some pretty crazy lasers and stuff, so be wary of that. But as I said, he's got a lot of immunities, so just be aware that you've hopefully got what you need to take him out. And wow, I absolutely obliterated him with this wand, so this is a pretty fantastic option for taking this guy out. I'm gonna kill this thing. That was pretty awesome. Now, one of the great things about this guy is that much like the other mini-bosses, he drops a perk. Now, this perk is a special perk that you can't actually get anywhere else, and this is Spatial Awareness. Now, this doesn't do anything from what I can tell anywhere else but the boss room. I don't know that for sure. I don't know if there's a way to necessarily trigger this particular... Oh, it just did it. Okay, maybe you just have to stand still. So basically, this spawns a map of the world around you, and I guess it kind of tells you where you are in relation to everything. So, as you can see here, this is the Holy Mountain. This is the mountain. These are all the holy mountains going down. This is the final holy mountain, so likely that the boss room is somewhere about here in comparison. And then there's a lot of other things that are scattered around as well. Like up here, I think this is one of the essences. And I think if we look up just a little bit further, I think that is the coral chest, which probably means that this is the hell chest. This is probably the other one. I'm not sure what this is. That might be something. It's off to the left over here. That might be at the bottom of the lake or something. Or that might be. These are the essences, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what this square thing is. I don't know what that is. It's directly to our right here. But so that gives you that perk, and that is, that's pretty cool, because you can kind of tell where some stuff is. It also spawns this little red dot and this little green dot. I'm not exactly sure what those are, but it seems that most of the things on that are related to other secrets in the game. So perhaps if that was, if you were trying to figure out what the other secrets were, this might be a pretty good way to do it, because you could guide yourself to them. And it would seem that all you have to do is stand still for a moment to get this to pop up, which is really cool. I didn't realize that's how that was working. So while we're over here, we're going to take a look at one other thing that is in the power plant that is pretty cool. There are some other secrets to this area. You saw that little eyeball stand that we were looking at earlier. There's some stuff like that. But I want to show you guys something else. I want to show you a little secret that spawns to the right over here, and we just gotta work our way up a little bit, I think. I believe... Oh no, I'm falling because I don't have any floating left. Alright, I'm gonna let my levitation heal. We gotta try and get up to the top of this side. Okay, so we're gonna head over here, and then we're gonna head up a little bit. Not this way, because that's blocked off. We'll just head this way. And we should be... Aha! This is it. Okay, so there's a question mark over here. Now, normally these are the essences, but this is something entirely different. So there is this. This is a Musings of an Adventurer book, and it says, this machinery is unlike anything I've ever seen before. Did the Hisi create it, or was it always here? And then there's some glyphs on the wall. I don't know if those say anything different. But look at this, experimental wand. This is literally a minigun. Straight up minigun. Awesome. And not only that, it has a couple of spots on it, so you can even attach some other wands to it, and it'll fire them off. Now, I don't think it has the same mana charge, although this is pretty powerful. It does have quite the spread to it. I think it would probably be better with some other spells. This is just what I happen to have on me right now. But this is pretty awesome. I mean, there's literally just a minigun. This is so cool. And it does shoot out brass, so this is one way of filling... Or I guess acquiring, I think you can use this to acquire the silver you need for the Altar. But we'll talk about that in another video. But yeah, so that is the power plant, or the main little things about the power plant that I wanted to go over today. Very, very big area, very dangerous area. Had I not healed myself a few times there, even with 1,000 health, I probably honestly would have died. Although the boss got absolutely melted by this wand that I have, so that's pretty nice. But yeah, so there you go. That is another boss conquered in Noita. If you want to see any more of the bosses, let me know which one you'd like me to tackle next. I'm avoiding the Leviathan because he's terrifying, but maybe it's time to head over there and give that a shot. Let me know what you guys think. But if you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more content. That is a lot of spark bolts with triggers. And subscribe for more content. And if you want to get notified of other things, go ahead and click the bell and check links in the description to all my other socials and stuff like that. Again, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.